Hey, that's Nikos here, and welcome to our weekly Forex forecast for July, actually the 2nd to July the 6th. Yes, have a great month, by the way. It's summertime. We are going to analyze 6, 7 pairs, or actually 8, I think, that are interesting, and we can expect some nice bounces and hopefully some good trends on those pairs. So I start with the Australian dollar US dollar weekly chart, and what we see is that price is, since already like last week, of course, actually touching major support. If I go to my daily chart, you'll see from the weekly that we have the first white candle in making, and that looks promising because we had a move of over 300, 50 points to the downside, reaching major support. Price did bounce and then moved lower another 100+ points. Now it looks like it really wants to bounce again in this area, and this could be the first sign for bigger retracement. Of course, we had that scenario here before, so we are careful, but if price really wants to go, the target is huge for this pair, of course, 150, 160 pairs, and for the Australian dollar it's good. Now, what we need to see on this pair to make sure we actually really like what we see is a setup over here on the 4-hourly chart, like a confirmation. We can already, or we could already try by using the 1-hourly chart on Friday and get in here. So some of you did that, which is great, no problem at all. In case you are not in because you're not focusing on the lower time frames, wait for that on the 4-hourly chart, as I mentioned before here. If you see something like this, or the 1-hourly chart, maybe you get another 1-hourly 1, 2, 3 that looks nice, and you get a good retracement back to here in combination with some trend lines, you might want to check this out and then trade against the main trend, trying to take advantage of a daily chart retracement back to the 36 or even back to the major resistance lines. Okay, you can do the same thing also using the Renko charts, using your Renko charts and trying to get in here as well. Let me see how 120 looks, 12 pips per box. Haikinashi with Renko sorry, combinations. Renki sounds also fun. So Renko 1, 2, 3, we would like to see something like this. M6, like the 1-hourly chart, we already had one close to the 200, of course, but it is the first setup after the break. So again, here look for M6 or M12, 1, 2, 3s to get in. Okay, easy to do, and it's probably worth it if we keep having volatility. GBP JPY, same reaction on major support. Daily white candle, but we need to wait. What happens on Monday? It's right now, it's only Sunday. Markets are not running here, or the charts at least. So what we want is a setup over here, at least 1-hourly, 4-hourly chart, and then long term, of course, the middle of the range and the resistance areas later on here as well, coming from the daily chart. Let me see how the 4-hourly looks. No setup yet, so we don't get in yet. We want to see a breather. We want to see the price retracing first. Same here. One, two, three, like this, and hopefully, I don't like to use the word hopefully, but I think you get the point. We want a setup, and then we can get in there, no problem at all for the longs. Euro US dollar, the reaction the same. Now on the weekly major support, it is struggling. It makes sense because price moved 1,000 points almost, and now it is really trying. So we have a little wedge here on the 4-hourly. It's easier to spot, and it looks like it's breaking this, but you know, we need a setup. We need a setup that's confirming the price really wants to go. Of course, on lower time frames, maybe you try 50-minute charts, on breakouts, if you want to get in, or you use your Renko charts, M6, M3 settings, no problem to try to get in somehow on lower time frames, low risk, to take advantage of the volatility. But other than that, wait for the 1 hourly or 4 hourly, 1, 2, 3. GBP US dollar, same reaction. All those pairs are reacting on major support now. Again here, a big move of 1,300 points on cable. And we want to see the reaction here. So the 36 in combination with this line is our resistance. Here we want to see a higher low somewhere. And if price breaks, you can try to trade against this and target those 100 points if we get something there on Monday. If it's going up straight to that line, then you want to wait for the daily reaction, see how price behaves here. If it's bouncing here, you trade the shorts. If it's breaking, you look for new longs to trade against the weekly, let's say, trend. And what you do, you can use the 36 weekly as resistance, 200 something points from now, and later on, of course, 800,000-900,000 points, depending on the angle of this pair, of course, depending how it looks then. But it's too early for that. Just focus on it right now. The euro yen is also doing this. We had a high low. We mentioned last week it's a little bit funny to trade because it is a downtrend, but we have a higher low, so we needed to see some kind of confirmation. Right now, if it's breaking this and the other pairs are also breaking, that means they will probably all start retracing next week, and that's where you want to pay attention to your setups. Okay? Potential setups. The euro New Zealand dollar in that range, but a big candle. We already got our entries last week. Some of you took those trades. I also marked it here just to remember. And the traders that are still in here are probably very happy with the results so far, because no matter if you got in here or you got in here, we also had, I think, the trade of the week last time that got in somewhere here. So imagine from here you are like 350-60 points in profits. Perfect. It could still move higher before retracing, but of course it's getting close to resistance. See what the history of the chart is telling us. Price likes to bounce and retrace every 500, 600, 700 points, and again it did that here. So pay attention now to the details. Look at the movement and volatility. Don't get in into more longs if you see prices struggling. Maybe it wants to bounce back at some point, create a lower high, and if it's not breaking the highs anymore, you might want to check for shorts. Maybe not now, but just pay attention. Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, you'll see some reactions there. Just pay attention to the details. USD yen, here also we have this weekly chart, and on the daily a lot of resistance, but now price is really trying to break. So the next area of horizontal resistance, we have a double top now, would be higher. So if I check my 4-hourly chart, you'll see perfectly breaking, and everybody trading the wedge probably happy that it broke out, especially if you were long here. Now you want to look for 1-hourly 1, 2, 3s, would be late entries. You see we already had a lot, so you want to combine this with Renko M6, M3 settings, or 15 or 5-minute charts to take advantage if price continues up, to trade the longs and target that line. If it's going down, for me, again, then you have to start focusing on this range, the wedge. But I wouldn't like to trade in here unless it's again bouncing on major support after going down. So right now just focus on the longs and see. One more pair, the US dollar Turkish lira, a little bit more exotic because it's very volatile. It created a big daily 1, 2, 3 here, and we are waiting for some action, so price might bounce. You see you could draw this line, but right now because the angle changed, we had a lower high, we draw a new trend line close to the 36. So all that for me is support. and I want to see the price bouncing, breaking the 2 to 3 line, and if I can get an entry here, somehow it's worth trying to target the highs from May this year up here. Okay, just to see more or less. It looks also like this on the euro Turkish lira. So check both those pairs and see which one you like best and take action. If it's for you, pay attention to the spread. It's huge, could be 10-15 pips. Now as a weekend it's of course bigger. So no scalping on this one, just maybe day trading and swing trading combination would be fine. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Just also on GBP US dollar, I want to mention the Renko charts. Make sure that you see the nice trend line break for the Renko traders. Here you have it. You see it still looks very, very short. So you want to look at the 120 where you got already your first 1 2 3, but now because the price is reaching all those resistance areas, we might get another 1 2 3 or break and the 1 2 3 above here. So pay attention to this. If it breaks out, for sure you can try the longs, probably M6 M3 combination or M12 M6 M3 combination, anything that is pointing up nicely and looking nicely on the charts. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your trading week. Again, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment. You have any questions, I'm trying to check the comments as much as possible. I'm not replying maybe every day, but still comment, do your thing, and I will check them and I will reply as soon as I can. Okay, have fun, like always. Happy and healthy trading. Bye for now.